technology. 0, Q&L show. 1. That's how it's done right there. You know what I'm saying? All right. Today's Monday, July 17th, and Ariana Grande is getting a divorce. Can you believe that? Shit. It's big yikes. And also news. Northwestern coach Pat Fitzgerald fired following the horrible hazing allegations. Bigger yikes, and the biggest yikes of them all. Alex gonna say the name again.
Shohei Otani is getting paid.
This is Q&L. Let's talk. Questions and lessons. All right, let's get it started, huh?
Welcome. Good intro. I like that one.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, we're getting better. It's episode 6.
Once you label the title of it, episode 6.
Yeah, I was late at night.
Are you gonna give it nicknames every time we write it down?
Night. My Freddy spit.
Hi, Izzy.
Hello, everybody.
So yeah, Ariana Grande divorcing her husband, Dalton Gomez. Dalton Gomez.
Real estate guy.
Yeah, only known for his real estate.
Honestly, I didn't know much about them before they got engaged, and then they just were engaged, and then I never heard about them again until they got divorced. And that's about their whole relationship in the public eye. I'm sure there was more to it, but
That's all it sounded like.
yeah, it seems pretty boring. She's been in London filming Wicked, so I don't know where he's at.
What does this say about her? I mean, she's been in and out of a lot of relationships.
Pete Davidson.
Mac Miller.
I think it's disrespectful to talk about how many men women have been with without talking about how many women men have been with.
Totally agree, but what I want to ask is, does Ariana Grande have commitment issues?
I mean, I look at her past relationships and I think it's been reasonable every time she's left. Mac Miller was a drug addict. She loved him and left just because she couldn't handle the pressure of that.
That was crazy.
And then she got into a relationship with Pete Davidson, who'd supposedly proposed to her. When she said no, they broke up, which seems pretty reasonable to me. And then a couple years later, she got married to this guy. It didn't work out, and she got divorced. I feel like that seems pretty reasonable. I look at the amount of relationships I've been, or anyone's been in, and I think it's normal to date. It's just when it's so publicly, it's so easy to judge.
Exactly, and that's what we get to do as Q&L talk show people. We get to sit back and fire off some crazy opinions about Ariana Grande.
I know.
Another Disney, or wait, is she Nickelodeon?
She's Nickelodeon.
But man, that's crazy that these child stars are just so fucking relevant. You know what I mean? The child stars that we grew up with are the ones that we're gonna still be talking about, you know?
I remember thinking, like, as a kid, everyone wants to be famous. And then I found out how young people were when they got their breaks in life. Like, Britney Spears was a child. Ariana Grande was a child. Miley Cyrus a child. So I was, 16 at the time, and I went, well, my time's passed, move on. Like, it just can't happen. Even, like, YouTubers, I felt like, were so young when they became famous, or, like, made their big break.
It is tough to break into any space, definitely.
Tough to get famous.
Who knows?
I don't know. I feel like content creators too, they're like, as a child, I was making little movies on, like, tiny camcorders. And it's like, I want to be famous. I just watched a lot of TV, okay? I didn't do anything fun. I wasn't creative. I just consumed a lot.
Yeah, imagine how much pressure that is, like, on a little kid. You know, he's forced in front of the camera. You know, does he want that later on in life? Did he really want that?
I don't believe so. They don't really have a say, and then their life becomes the financial aspect for everyone else, right? So if they stop being in front of the camera, they lose their house. How much pressure is that on a freaking 3-year-old? Thanks to you, Mommy can pay the mortgage.
So Ariana Grande's never really had a real life. All she's known is being famous, for being a young star, doing whatever it takes to, land that acting gig.
Do you think they sit there like and do you choose this life? Sign here.
I think there's more protections in Hollywood than say on YouTube. I mean, in Hollywood, if I'm correct, there's like they have to put a separate amount of money into an account for that child when they turn 18. But on YouTube,
So
example,
legal.
there's no protections for little kids. Their mom becomes a content creator when they're pregnant, films their whole life until they're 18. They might not see a dime of that. There's a good chance they probably won't or haven't. I mean, like,
But 2 years is quite a long time.
Yeah, how long have you guys been dating?
3 years.
3 years.
They probably were dating for a year and they got married, so it's a significant amount of time.
I think marriage also, I'm not saying it means different things then, but when you don't need to really worry about the financial portions of things, it's a lot easier to fall in love and go on all those dates, have those experiences, get married and do that, and then get divorced and not have to worry about it as someone who might not be financially well off. I'm not saying that just in like a codependent status, but like it's expensive to get a divorce. Some people just financially can't afford it.
You're not wrong, no.
It might just be like not like a flip of the coin, but the wealthy relationships probably, like a small relationship is good without the money, but like can you imagine with the money how much more pressure that is actually? But then people just click, obviously, but
I think there's more pressure when it comes to money if there's status involved as well, or I mean, I guess it's difficult too because say in a relationship where one person's wealthy and one person isn't, there's automatically like a power imbalance. So if both of them are financially well off, is there really like that struggle versus someone who like
I mean relationships aren't easy,
No.
So you imagine wealth power on top of a not easy relationship.
But how many relationship problems are based solely off financial issues?
We'll have to see the statistic
Well,
of
like,
that
that's what
one.
I'm
But,
saying.
A lot,
I
I
was
mean,
like-
a lot, I would
but
imagine.
have to be
How many people?
what are the options of a marriage?
Like,
There can't be that many options.
jealousy.
Cheating?
Well, yeah,
I'm just running through the fights of
That's what I'm
in my
getting
head.
at.
It's like,
I'm
okay, we'll
thinking
argue about
cheating.
money, we'll argue about jealousy, we'll argue about fucking.
Look
More
at
jealousy.
a statistic. Look up
Is it-
like the
yeah.
relationship between the divorce rate and the 2007 financial recession. Most
That's
kids'
probably crazy.
parents know are divorced because of the recession and their families losing
I know
their houses.
nothing about that shit.
Sucks, dude.
No, it's a huge statistic.
I know nothing about that, honestly.
Damn, that sucks.
Do you know about that?
I would never even know. We were so young when that
That's what I'm saying.
happened.
I was too
But
young.
I'm
I don't-
saying, think about it. How many friends do you know were like, yeah, my parents are getting a divorce?
Yeah,
like
it
when
was-
you were
Yeah,
a
there
kid.
was a couple.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Back in junior high and high school.
And statistically speaking, yeah, there's cheating and stuff involved, but a huge portion of them were based off of the major financial insecurities in the family.
So who is Dalton? Does anybody what does he do again?
Dalton Gomez is a real estate broker, so most likely meaning he sells houses in Southern California, does a lot of paperwork, I'm assuming, on the back end, He might even met her selling her house, or selling someone that she knows
Could've
a
been.
house. She could be with her friend and then now he's showing a house and, he's obviously got a lot of Riz and Suave and whatever the fuck these kids are saying.
I'd love to sit down with him and ask, what are the craziest, rooms or, decorations you've seen in a house?
Probably trophy animals, I would imagine.
Yeah, but I'm thinking,
Prehistoric like Logan Paul has a triceratops in his living room. Like a triceratops skull from like what you would see like in a museum.
You just bought that?
Yeah, I would imagine he's seen stuff like that.
Like,
You
imagine
just said, "Fuck it,
famous
I'm buying
people
that."
who have, like, weird collections of things. Like, someone has, like, yarn collections. I don't know, like, fuzzy sweater collections. And he's like, yeah, I gotta show a house. And it's just Michael B. Jordan has a crazy sex dungeon. Like, I wonder.
We're not showing
I'm
that
not
room.
saying he does by any means.
Here's
but-
the blueprints of the house. These are the 3 rooms that are there, but you're not gonna be able to see them in the showing.
You have to buy them to get the key. They're mystery
Yeah.
rooms.
When you buy the house, the rooms become unlocked.
What a weirdo. I mean, obviously it's not true.
But, like, that's what I would like to
It's
know.
a sex dungeon.
Like,
You walk in the basement, it's just a fucking sex dungeon.
someone
and
has
you
a closet.
what do you
the
do when you
size of
walk?
a house.
What's your? Are you jaw open?
You're
Or
having
you...
sex.
All right. Well, yes. Okay.
You're going to a sex dungeon. What are you doing? You're about
No,
to
you
get
act.
fucked.
I'm talking about you accidentally walk in there. What is your facial expression? Is your jaw open? Or...
Uh-oh.
Okay, what's the
Whoops.
scenario behind it?
You-
Because if I'm the female and I just came home with a guy I was on like
No.
a first or second date with, and that's what I walk in, absolutely not. I'm turning around
Yeah,
and
you're
running.
like, I'm like, oh, my number 600.
I'm talking about a scenario where you're like at a party and you accidentally walk in this room. Nobody's in there.
Like
Nobody's
you
in there.
looking for
Like
the
you,
bathroom.
you,
and
yeah,
walking-
yeah.
You're just accidentally like, what's this room? And you're like, what the? What's your
Yeah.
facial expression? Because I'm probably just jaw open, like smiling jaw open. You're like, oh, yeah.
I would.
And then close the door gently.
Run.
Like,
Da-na-na-na.
obviously, you know me. I'd have like the mouth closed, like eyes wide open, like I did not see that. And walking away in my
Yeah.
head, I'd be like, how could they not lock that door? Like, I would be judging them so.
What you just said, I did not just see that.
Like, I had no idea. And then I would be like, why didn't they lock that?
And then you go to the owner of the house and you're like,
Yeah.
you just shake your head at him.
You're like, I know. I would
Oh.
send them like the smirk face emoji, just like the next morning on Facebook.
I know.
Shohei Otani. Did I say it right?
You did.
Good. Well, no, I just wanted to see if I said it right. We don't have to talk
Yeah.
about it.
Well,
Wait, no,
we
I
could
have a
just mention him
question.
real fast.
Sure, yeah.
Going back, just because Tana Mojo said it, or Tana Mojo, I don't know how to say her name, said it on her podcast this week. When she moves from house to house, she doesn't bring her sex toys with. She just throws them away because she has a moving company and she thinks it's inappropriate to have them move her toys. If you have a sex dungeon, like we
Okay.
were just saying, would
She
you
can't
move
pack
it, or
one
do you
box.
just leave it?
She can't be like, you know what, guys, hey,
According to her, she
I'll
had, like,
pack
a
this box. I'll pack this.
No,
40
okay.
items.
She has an OnlyFans, and she said she had like a red room status level for her OnlyFans back room and stuff.
I would never subscribe to her OnlyFans. She's
I
so gross.
would. I love her.
She's
she
just
is,
so gross looking.
I just think she's really honest. Like,
yeah, I would watch her on YouTube. Why do I gotta watch her on her fucking OnlyFans?
But she's not naked. She doesn't show downstairs.
Thank God.
Like
Whew.
she literally.
Thank you.
Okay, well,
I'm
this feels
kidding.
disrespectful.
I'm talking. You got me. That was all mean. That was mean.
But she said
You
it.
got me.
She literally goes, "I have shown no holes, and I hate when people make it sound like that." And
no
I go,
holes.
"Tan."
Okay, well,
And I'm listening to this in like Walmart as I'm picking out people's groceries. She's just talking about this wild stuff. But I was gonna say, what if you sees that house that dude's showing with that crazy room? Are you hoping they're taking that with, or are you hiring a private company to come in and scrub it down the moment you see it?
How grossed out is it?
No, I'm saying they have like a separate room.
She's gross.
I'm not saying Tana's room specifically. I'm saying the scenario we were just talking
Like,
about.
fucking like blood gross.
Oh
or-
god,
Ew.
dude, Tana Mojo's room. Yeah, we're calling the fucking cleaners. Probably anyone else.
That's
we're, like,
not
selling.
what I'm asking. I'm saying you view a
Blood?
house. You go to a
Ew,
house.
dude.
It looks like a lot of snot.
Ew, you guys are so mean.
Alright.
Moving
A lot
on.
of
What's the
mucus.
next conversation?
Really?
Anything.
Yeah.
We got so many.
Ultimatum season 2 on
We got
episode 2. No, because you guys were just being
topics.
disrespectful.
No, we were
women.
gonna talk about Shohei.
Oh no, just Hannah.
No,
just Hannah,
Shohei.
just Hannah.
Shohei.
Just Hannah. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, I hope she never sees this, and if she knows, I love her.
Oh my god, you were
And
standing up for her.
No, confession time really quick. One of my nicknames, Dizzy, comes from her because my friends were making fun of me, and at the time she was tweeting Dizzy constantly, and I passed out, and she posted a fucking tweet like a couple minutes later going, I'm so dizzy, I'm gonna pass out. And they thought it was so fucking funny that they laughed and called me Dizzy going forward because of Tana Mojo. Love her.
So if we ever get to meet her, I'll have to confront her on all the rude
that's
shit
a
I
clip.
said. I'll confront her on the rude shit,
That's
and then
for
you
Tana.
That's
you
a
could
clip.
tell her you were a stand for her.
I love her.
That's a clip.
That's a clip, Tana.
Tana?
I'm willing to back my shit.
GG.
You're not. And you know what? I appreciate how honest you are about vaping too, because everyone else judges us.
Who judges you?
Everyone in the world is like, vaping's so gross, icky. You're a vapor. Ugh.
Yeah.
And Tana sits there and she goes, LA banned vapes. I'm gonna have to get a shipment, like a pallet sent to me from New York, and have it driven into LA for me because there's no way I'm quitting.
That is not how Amazon works.
Well, no, because you can't. No, she's like, I'm gonna hire like like
you
a
can just
drug
order them on
se-
Amazon.
No, you can't. You can't.
They're
have
doing
it.
like a location thing where it's like they're gonna
They
like
are
not let you
completely
order it.
banned in
That's
all of
hilarious.
California now.
That's so funny.
So she's gonna like
She's gonna
have
take,
a
like, an
drug
IP
smuggling
product.
ring.
No, she can just get like a
vapes in.
VPN thing that like marks her VPN.
There's probably way more.
There's ways to
it.
do it. They
There's-
ship little kids. I'm sure that Tana could figure it out if she really wanted to.
Yeah, like I said, she's gonna hire someone
Yeah,
over the
Tan's
border.
illegal.
I think there's more to it.
It's
For-
like when you're 18, you have to. When you're 16, you have to ask your older buddy to buy you a vape. That's what you have to do now when
That's
you're in
how it
California.
works. Exactly. You just have to ask someone who's in like Nevada to help you out.
Help me out, dude.
Just mail me.
Yeah, but I feel like there's more to it for why they banned vapes, though, you know? They're probably throwing it in the fucking garbage cans, and there's fucking fires constantly
They banned
close.
plastic bags because of the amount of pollution that was going into
Do you know
the
what I'm
ocean.
saying? There's probably so many more reasons why they're banned. It's not just because of the smoke.
No.
Those
it's
are
not because of
electric
all these
devices just being thrown in the street. This is not good.
things. Mm-mm.
Have you seen a TikTok of fucking the Boulevard Walk in Hollywood? It's just homeless people sleeping on the street.
And a bed of discarded vapes.
Okay, well, basically, though.
But okay, think about it.
So many vapes.
No,
I've never seen that many.
I'm seriously think about it. People always said
There's
like
more to
you
it, though,
throw away your plastic bottles and like there's enough plastic bottles every year to follow the world like how many times?
Yeah.
How many people are throwing away vapes and carts and things of that nature every single day? That pollution is going to add up, and each of those has a battery in it, and lithium-ion batteries are horrible for the environment, and that is in each and every one of those devices.
So you're happy I brought that up? Well, no, it's just I feel like there's way more bigger of a reason. Like, you know, Tana's like, I need to get my vapes in from a different,
Well,
from a
yeah,
different city. Well,
obviously.
yeah, you know, because she needs to get her nicotine smoke. But there's more reasons, you know, because lately we're getting it to 21 because of the age, you know.
The kids are doing it.
Because not parents, but people were selling cigarettes to kids. So that made it a big difference, like, you know, so
That's another wild statistic.
18-year-olds selling cigarettes to 16-year-old kids, you know, because they could buy them.
No, as a country, we almost eradicated teen smoking, and then vapes became a thing. Like, if you look at that statistic, it blows up because of vaping.
It kind of fucked. Vapes really did fuck up the industry and fuck up bathrooms because every kid had a fucking vape in the bathroom.
I was telling
In school, not even us.
Now,
Not even like us, like we kind of.
yeah, Magdalena hates that shit, dude.
we
I was
kinda-
selling vape hits in the bathroom
But
at
not really.
school. I would have a dab pen that you'd put the little ball of oil in, and I would text the group chat, hey, I'm going to be in this bathroom on this passing period, and people would literally meet me there, take a hit off of my dab pen,
That's
give
awesome.
me $5, and then I'd buy more oil after school.
That's clever.
Yeah, but it's terrible. Like, I hate to admit it. And I'm not, like, a terrible human being. I never want to, like, get that across.
You're terrible.
But...
That's a normal thing.
Yeah.
Everybody gets fucking high.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't want to promote teen smoking as I'm sitting here smoking a cart and nicotine the whole time. But vaping and I swear carts as well just ruined everything for everybody.
And the environment.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, you know, eating fucking red dye 5, colored M&Ms is probably horrible. We stole a pound a bag.
And throwing a Red Bull outside your window of the car.
We don't litter, but yeah.
You know what I mean, though? Like, that's what kids do. You know, when you were a kid,
we were hitting garbage cans with that truck.
Let's not talk about that one. You know, you're hitting...
When you're 16, you just do things because you don't... Your brain is so underdeveloped at 16.
You're not
Think about
doing
how
adult
dumb...
things.
Think about how dumb we were at 16.
We stole mailboxes. We thought it was funny.
Yeah, exactly. You do things that you think are so funny, but all it is just inconveniencing that poor person.
Yeah.
You're just inconveniencing people. You're not funny. You're just dumb.
I think it's gotten worse, too, because of, like, the prank trends on, like, Twitter or Facebook, Instagram, whatever app you're talking about. People think it's hilarious to just mess with the common person going about their life who had no want or intention to be an actor in their video.
There's always some, like, older person that they can't, like, wouldn't be able to beat them up.
Have you seen, like, the cart narc guy on TikTok? He goes around, like, parking lots, and if someone leaves their their cart unattended in the parking lot without taking it to the proper vestibule, he chases them around and throws magnets on their car and harasses them verbally and, like, just keeps it going. Go put your, like, cart away. Like, you're a bad person. You didn't put your... And it's just constant. And these people aren't asking for any of it. They're even sitting there yelling at the guy to leave him alone. And he just continues to go and harass them.
Yeah, that's crazy content. I've never seen that, but I would probably have to
Like,
watch a couple of them and then get sick of it.
I watch them and, like, you think it's hilarious at the time, but God, like, I always think if this was me, I would lose my mind.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way.
The video I just showed you with the wheelchair guy.
Those people are annoying, though. If you don't bring your cart back to the cart returner, it's like, why?
Absolutely, but we've all been there. You run into the store really quick for someone else to grab something heavy, and you're coming back and you're running late to something, so you just leave your cart there. We've all done it. Every single person. I'm sure Cartnark, when he doesn't have his little vest on and he gets off his high horse, he probably leaves his cart everywhere. I guarantee it. I would pay for video footage of him leaving his cart somewhere other than the cart vestibule.
Yeah, I'd like to see that also.
Like, I would pay real human dollars, real American dollars for that video.
That's awesome.
No, it's that I just showed Alec the video of the guy he parks in a handicap spot, right? So this guy in a wheelchair shows up behind him and he goes, "Yo, man!" And he goes, "Well," he goes, "You gonna move your truck?" And he goes, "Well, my bad, dude. You know, sorry." And he goes, he turns around, right? The guy in the wheelchair turns around, and goes, "Yo, guys, come here!" And then 10 guys in wheelchairs roll up, but it's all a joke, you know. So then the guy's like, "Oh, like you should have seen the guy's facial expression, you know." He's, "Oh my god, I fucking parked here, and this is my worst moment ever right now."
Yeah,
But it was a joke though, you know. It was just the funniest shit ever, actually.
I've seen people who are like selling them on Wish and Marketplace, like fake handicap stickers. And it's just,
Oh no!
like
On Wish.
like, are we joking at this
Wish.
point?
You're on a ball. You're fucking committing crime on a budget. Like, I want a fake sticker, but I ain't got kind of like.
These
I
are
got
like
Amazon money.
if I saw someone, or if I ever became president, that would be a law I'd like to place. If someone gets caught parking in a handicap spot when they should not be, or specifically using one of those fake stickers, jail immediately, like 2 months. Like,
2 months of hard time.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back face tats.
Max, okay.
I actually never parked in a handicap spot.
No, and
I
people
never
all
have.
the time are like, just park here, I'll run in.
Alec, you have.
Door dashing. I did some.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I'm glad I don't have to door dash anymore.
You did.
Dude,
As soon as I said that,
that
his
shit
face
would transform me, dude. Well, you're gonna run into Chipotle and you know your item is right there on the shelf because it's like if it's a Chipotle and you know you're going in and out.
No, see.
But if it's like a
he
Remember
doesn't
the
even
sheriff?
remember the
The
sheriff.
sheriff that got
You
in
don't
trouble at
remember the
McHenry.
sheriff, homie. McHenry
I'm not a
County.
sheriff.
Yeah, but the sheriff was worse because you should not be parking there if you're gonna ticket someone else for parking there. But no, it's just disrespectful.
She parked in the.
I think I've done it like maybe like twice.
Yeah, okay, boss.
What do you mean? Do you think I got that kind of money to afford a ticket?
I
ain't fucking.
I know
do
you don't.
Not
but
have
you
that
just
kind
don't,
of money, dude.
No, you don't lie in the Q and L here.
I ain't lying on Q&O.
We've been giving people really
I
good
just said
lessons
twice.
right now.
I just said twice. That's an accurate number.
All right.
I respect.
This time only,
It's
though.
not zero though.
This time only.
It's not fucking. It's
Let it
not.
go. Let it go.
It's not zero.
This
but
time
it's
only.
More than one.
All right.
Less than 3.
Okay.
Which
Was
means
someone
it's
in the car? Did you leave it running?
No,
or
I
did you
went to
turn it
run in.
off?
I went. Probably left it running. Went to go grab like a Chipotle order.
See,
It's always something fast.
I respect.
It wouldn't
doing
be like
that.
a Portillo's.
No.
Gosh.
I
No.
respect doing that.
No.
Not in a handicap parking spot, but at the fire lane. You can be in the little yellow area on the side of the building and pull that shit, but not in a handicap.
If you DoorDash for 15 minutes, you'd understand. That shit transforms you. I don't
Absolutely
get it.
not.
I don't.
I've
That's
done-
such a scam.
I've done one DoorDash in my life.
It's not a scam. It's just a low-paying job.
It's worse than minimum wage. If
I
you
turned
do-
down the bad orders.
If you do your hourly divided by like how much you, well, yeah, your hourly divided or whatever.
That's why I don't do shitty orders. I'll decline the orders if they're not
Did
big.
you track your miles and gas?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not.
you have to for taxes.
Yeah, for being an independent contractor, you better write that off.
He did.
Oh, I have a tax guy. I got a tax guy.
My man.
You know what? How much do you pay your tax guy?
Pay my tax guy $125 to do everything.
Luke pays me $100 to do it. I'm gonna up it
But-
to $25.
He does all my like PayPal stuff. He'll put in my miles for DoorDash like I just did. He figured out my painter situation. He figured out COVID stuff. He's just so good.
He's
Yeah.
hot.
He's
Wait, what?
hot.
He's just Ken.
He's Ken. Is he a Ken?
He's insurance Ken.
Alec, is he a Ken?
He's an insurance Ken.
He's
We're going to see Barbie on Thursday. We're gonna get all dressed up. She's gonna
That's
be.
opening day, right?
No, it's the day before opening day. 'Cause I have tickets for the 20th, but all the posters and stuff say the 21st.
Yeah, because the opening day is Thursday, and then it's released on that Friday.
Mhm. So we're going like first show of the day too, actually.
That's awesome.
She's gonna be in all pink. You
yeah,
know.
Luke bought me a pink dress to go. with
We
my
just seen the video on how I need to be Ken. I'm gonna wear 2 pairs of sunglasses. Okay. Have a,
Ridiculous.
it's not what?
I'm joking. It was
Shut
fun.
Look,
up,
he
this
got
is-
hot pink sunglasses
Look,
right
they're
there.
right there.
That's awesome.
Okay, listen. When you got a girl that's into this shit, you gotta do it, man. Listen. This is questions and lessons. When you got a girl that wants to do something, fucking do it. You're
Mhm.
probably gonna get what you need too.
Yeah.
Listen.
Oh god.
No.
No, Luke knows actually. He is trending right now in my Apex Girls chat. They adore him. There's 100 and
I'm not
some
talking
girls
about.
who love
Listen,
him
Alec.
right
Okay,
now.
he's
Alec,
he's
I'm not
thinking.
even joking.
Apex Girls
He's thinking.
Just saying.
Okay, listen. Alec's thinking about some other things.
No,
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay, aren't we all, right? Everybody thinks about it, right?
Nope.
All right, but listen to this really
Not
quick.
ever.
This is what Izzy said in an Apex community chat. Do you want to read that out loud?
Yeah, here, I'll read it directly.
Sure.
The story of how I hit plat without even playing. My boyfriend and I played ranked together. On this day off when I was at work, on his day off while I was at work, he was playing. It dawned on him halfway through my shift that he was ranking up, I was not. Soon he would be out of my lobbies and we would be unable to dominate together as a team. He decided to turn my system on across the house. Instead of playing on my console, he put us in the same lobby. He proceeded to place my legend in circle, run back to his console, play until my legend was no longer safe. He would hide his character, run back to me, hide my legend again, running back to his console a couple rooms away to pick up his controller before a team could find him, drop
He's a
it.
crack addict.
On the way, he would drop and hide shields for me. After many thirds, lobbies, and hours later, I returned home to find myself having gone from gold to plat 3. This man is determined and this season is a joke. And then update, okay?
From gold to plat, so I went a full rank, you know, and
yeah.
for our listeners, if you don't understand what Apex is, Apex ranked is, you got to go from, you know, you have bronze, silver, gold, plat, diamond, masters, you know. So then she went from gold all the way to she went a full rank and she wasn't even there.
I wasn't even home, and then I updated the post this morning and I said I woke up to a literal cup of coffee. Luke goes, "We got third." He was doing it again while I was asleep in his lunch break. Okay.
That's awesome.
118 likes on this, and every single one of the girls commenting is, "He's amazing. I wish my man would do it. That's so much dedication. That's so cute." Like, they adore him.
That's awesome.
Listen, so we're going to Barbie, okay? And if she wants to dress up, you fucking dress up. If you you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
We'll post them to the QNL Instagram. We don't have an Instagram, but we'll make one.
You gotta be
let us know if we should make a Instagram, people. What's going on? How are ya?
Honestly, we should start going to the openings of movies like opening day and just making it a mini premiere for us. Just completely separate, uninvited, has nothing to do with the movie, but we should all dress up in like prom dresses.
We're going to Carpenter's.
You want me to show up in a tux for no reason and just be like,
we're gonna film it and we're gonna go. It's not for no reason. I'm just saying it has nothing to do with the actual production of the movie.
It's actually amazing.
People dress up like for Marvel. We're dressing up for Barbie. I'm saying like let's get prom dresses and tuxes and go.
If you guys remember, maybe make a TikTok. Be watching.
We'll try to make a video of it or something. At least get a picture or two.
We haven't posted a TikTok in a while.
We'll get a picture or two for the Barbie one though. Yeah, we haven't posted a TikTok.
I haven't posted anything in a while.
We haven't posted anything. We had that. Okay, Hayes. We had that little trend. Me and you had that little trend, dude. We had that. That was good. God, that was good. All right, what's next? Because we just talked about.
Skip over all the sports stuff.
Yeah, but we didn't. Izzy mentioned the Ultimatum season 2 on Netflix. I didn't really. You can talk about this. I haven't seen it.
You did watch it.
I thought you did. No.
You did watch it. Remember the show with all the lesbian couples who switched the girlfriends for a little bit? I didn't watch. That's why I didn't watch season 1. Okay, but dude, that was a pretty decent season actually.
Dude, it's fire, dude. I'm on episode.
It's fire.
I'm on episode 3. And
girls are pretty good looking, and so are the guys.
I like how some of the couples kind of are like, okay, well, this couple is like completely swapped. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like they're like, you know, it's a foursome and they're like swapping partners, but then it's like, you know, what I really like is the drama of that one triangle where that one girl was kind of both dating the couple. She was dating the two people at the same time, and she's like, it was so good. I love that.
And then you got to the part already where she got a little annoyed with it, and they like broke up.
Because they found out she was like she's an influencer, and she's basically there for clout, and she's not really there to like explore herself. Which was hilarious. It's good.
As I continue, I start to feel more and more bad for her. You haven't seen these episodes, but her girlfriend, to me, like, just, she feels like a snake with a smile. Like, I don't like her girlfriend. Like, the one she came in the show with.
Really? Yeah.
Because
Xander?
everyone, like, I like Xander as a person, but in
me
their
and Izzy
relationship.
just love her.
Yes.
I wonder why.
No, it has nothing to do with her body. She's just an intelligent.
No, we both said.
That's the thing, though. I feel like she's intelligent to a point where now it's kind of like annoyingly intelligent. Like she's like rubbing it in her.
The realist too.
She's real.
She's real, but she'll like rub it in your face. Like, I'm so fucking real.
Good
like,
fucking point, though.
Like, I'm so real. Like, it's like, okay, we get it, dude.
Wow.
I agree with that, and I think she can't get past certain things. Like, she does. Once she decides something, she's unwilling to see anyone else's point of view.
Do Mildred. I just know all their
I
names.
don't like this girl.
I hated her.
I love her.
She's kind of annoying.
I vibe for her so
I love them.
Is that why? Maybe because I just like relate to the shit she says. Like,
I love them.
I love when they're like talking about like the things they want.
I don't know if her pronouns are they them.
Well, I'm so bad with that.
You don't assume. See, some lesbians are just butch, where they.
I'm so bad with that, and please forgive me, but like I just.
They're just masks.
And I forgive you.
It's not butch anymore.
I don't.
It's actually masks.
No, I'm sorry.
I have to correct myself now, but.
Yeah, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't forgive you. I don't judge you, or I don't. You know, I really do you. I'm just really bad with that. You know, because do you. You know, but.
With each person, all the people on the show have done a really good job of saying their emotions, and I feel like they've each have said something. I'm like, damn, I kind of like relate to that. They're just talking about like, I want to feel seen, I want to feel special, I want to feel loved, and it's like, who the fuck doesn't want all three of those things? And they're all 8 of them there saying the same fucking things, like, I want this, I want that. You know what I mean? So it's in there, you know, it's such a good show. One of the better dating shows. Fucking love that show.
You know, I want people to like speak up and be like, yeah, like I'm pronounced this or whatever, you know. But then at the same time, once they do speak up, you have just total backfire on certain people.
I wish there was.
You know what I'm saying?
In those situations, better for everyone pronouns. Like some people like they them, some people he she like. I understand all of that, and some people like designated ones, and I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying that when we're unsure in a conversation, there should be a designated like
unsure.
Like, noun. What's up, G? And they're like,
sure.
Oh, you said G.
Sure.
Okay, and then I'm gonna be like, yeah. So while we were at, or you just corrected right then and there. Like that's a signal to you to be like, oh, by the way, these are my pronouns. Because I don't want to be disrespectful and assume, but at the same time, I don't want to feel like an idiot in the conversation by being like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, because you go up to someone and they're really cool about it, and then the next guy is, what the fuck are you?
Yeah, like, and
seriously, exact words.
And it's not cool. I don't think, is it right to go up to someone and go, excuse me, what are your pronouns? Or is that disrespectful? Like, I don't know this territory because I don't know anyone who's experienced this. I'm not close enough with anyone to ask.
You got this fucking redneck. What the fuck
probably
are you?
If you're at a gas station pumping gas, like, you just, like, why are you approaching me right now? Like, but if you're at, like, an EDM festival and everyone's, like, in a vibe, then I could totally see, like, that be an appropriate space to be like, hey, like, I'm just trying to figure life out, like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
If you're approaching me at the gas station, being like, what's up? Like, why are you coming up to me at the gas station? I'm pumping gas right now.
But I'm saying, like, even at, like, we're at a house party or an EDM festival and we've been talking for 20
even
minutes.
At work.
Or at work, is it an appropriate question to even ask in general? what are your pronouns, or is that something that could be taken harshly?
Yeah, that's
God
my
forbid
point.
someone's like, they're not. Say they're just a very effeminate looking man and they have nothing to do with that. They don't even believe in the whole pronoun system, and you ask them, they could take that so harshly. Like, it feels like such harsh water to tread, and I don't want to hurt anyone. So, like, even by asking or like, it's just
Useless in the episode, by the way. Useless. They did not belong in the episode.
In the show.
In the show, they did not belong.
Well, yeah, not
they're
everyone
the
wants
only
to cheat on their.
couple
Not
that
everyone
ends up
wants. Not.
together. Oh, I'm so sorry, Alec.
Not everyone there. Well, you could already tell that these people are hoes. Not everyone there came like, you know.
Okay.
No, that dude, or not that dude, the like more. Actually, I'm pretty sure it is a dude, because he like talks about how he's struggling with gender and he believes that like he wants to start the transition. I'm almost positive that's like what that conversation was about.
Real quick.
Child.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I was just gonna say absolute child. Like, walks away from any conversation or any conflict.
Yeah.
You'll notice in season
I
one.
remember that.
Season 1, right? The host, it's a dude and his wife, right?
I didn't see it, but yeah, talk with us with Izzy for
So,
sure.
in season 1 of Ultimatum, it's it's a couple hosting this thing. Like, oh, like, you got to challenge your relationship. We challenged our relationship, and it made us stronger. We're married. That was the whole point of the show. That couple ended up getting a divorce in between. So now it's just her on the show. But it's just like the ultimate irony of the show of like, oh, you're going to make your relationship stronger. No, you're not. This is just going to fuck everything up. Even our relationship got fucked up. But they were already like 2 celebrities. But besides the point, it was just funny that they got a divorce. And now she's solo on the show talking about love and marriage. And it's like, that's so fake. Because that's the only part of the show that I don't like is her talking about love and marriage. Like, dude, you're on the cusp of a divorce. Like, just obviously reading a script right now.
I would like to open that conversation up as well. What is up with celebrity couples thinking they know everything about being a couple just because they're a couple? Like, Luke and I don't know everything about being a couple. We've been together 3 years. So, like, I wouldn't even assume to start, like, going into other people's lives. Being like, I'm gonna make a TV show because I know what you should do. Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
I think of like Ned Fulmer and Ariel from the Try Guys. They like wrote a book on like how to make a happy marriage, and it turns out he's like banging the intern the whole time. Like they have a podcast on how to raise children.
That's so awful.
It's true as fuck.
So many times you hear stories like that where it's like the dude was cheating all along.
And the whole time they are like, we are the best couple ever to the media. Like, I just don't understand what it is about those people.
Yeah.
They always got something in their closet. I don't know.
So, I feel like we should make sure that we talk about what we said in the intro, right?
Okay.
So, we talked about Ariana Grande. Let's get to the Northwestern coach, Pat Fitzgerald.
So what was really crazy about him is he got fired, but as more time came out, the stories that were coming out of hazing and the long-term hazing and why people refuse to speak up. So I thought it'd be a good topic for us to talk about. Okay, so say you're a Northwestern football player, right?
Okay.
You're like a wide receiver. You know you're not going to go to the NFL. But you know you're going to go to play at Northwestern and it's going to be a good time. You're about to do some weird hazing shit. And you're seeing like, oh my god, like this is about to get really weird. Like, why do you go through with that? Like, why do these players put themselves through this? And why do they go through and why do they stay silent? And then one of these people was saying that these Northwestern players look out for each other. So if you're a former Northwestern player hiring, you know what I mean? Like they hire other Northwestern players. You know, it's like a brotherhood, like a frat. That's what you guys think about that.
So it's a whole group.
That they stay silent you know what I mean? Like, they go through this hazing thing, and then they don't talk about it because later on in life they're gonna leverage them being a Northwestern football player to get the job.
You don't think there's no payment involved?
What do you mean?
The leader gets paid.
Like the coach?
The frat leader. He's the leader in everything.
Yeah. Just a weird situation about the Northwestern hazing and people staying silent. Obviously, in a day and age of, not a lot of crime gets done, why is there so much hazing, and why is people stay silent about it?
Crime, yeah, because how much more has happened that's not up to radar?
I think in this case, too, it's kind of embarrassing. A lot of men have that internalized fear of, like, you have to be manly and you can't talk about it, and you don't want to be a victim, and to come forward and say, this happened to me, you don't want someone to be like, well, you just got a bag over your head, I just kicked you, I just touched you a little bit. Like, you're a man, you can be a man about it. Like, women face that same scrutiny, but at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of fear coming forward as a man, just in the judgment of, how do you, that big, strong athlete, become a victim yourself? And let alone to a team. And a lot of the times I hear, like, this coach is family to me, this coach raised me, this team is a family. Like, you hear those stories and how much went into these kids trying to get their spot on a team. They're not going to risk losing it or risk their reputation.
Yeah, crazy things are coming out with that hazing stuff. I don't know if you guys...
Yeah,
what you guys know about hazing and frats and... they weird shit.
Let us know if you got any comments on that one, but kind of what you said, Izzy, you got, you don't, these kids aren't going to take the shame, they're going to hold it. It's because you're this huge, you're a football player, you're huge, you're big and strong, and you ain't going to just go up to somebody and be like, this happened to me. And be like, wait, you? Like, that's...
Like,
how many versions are going through this poor person's head of what he says to the person? You know what I mean? There's a lot to put in perspective here. That's really traumatizing, every single way. I don't even want to know the people's names. I apologize. I'm sorry, dude, that you went through that. That's absolutely horrible.
Oh, it's every football players that go through these systems. It's a lot of players.
Yeah.
It's everyone. I mean, I think what was just in the news the other day, the gymnastics doctor was stabbed in prison, and he got away with hurting dozens of girls on the Olympic team.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Like, it's just, it happens, and I would like to say that assault is assault, no matter what, and hazing is not a thing. It's bullying, or it is assault, or it's sexual assault. Hazing is not a word, and I agree with. No matter what you are doing to forcibly out someone and degrade them or delegitimize them in any way, shape, or form is horrible. And putting it behind the slab of, I'm just hazing them, they need to get through it so they can really be one of us, is, I think, disgusting and treacherous behavior.
Totally. Especially when you hear about how horrible they were. It just gets... It's like, how weird can they make it without it being like... You know what I mean? Like, how weird can we make this stuff? You know what I mean? It's just like, oh god.
Like, what can we do to,
Ew.
like,
Yeah.
beat the person before us?
Yeah, like, what can we do? That's just like...
Like, what can we do to degrade this person in front
fucked
of
up
me?
Shit. Yeah.
Like, it's horrendous. No.
So kind of since we're on a weird topic, a weird vibe, let me tell you guys this story. There's a lady in Alabama She was noticed a child on the highway. She's driving along and she sees like a 4-year-old child, walking on the highway, needs help. She pulls over, immediately goes to help the child. She gets abducted, Book of Eli style. You know what I mean? How they have a decoy. You know what I mean? Like they're in on it. You're gonna fucking get a person, lead them over here. We're gonna take them, right? So she basically just got kidnapped for 50 hours, and they found her 50 hours later. She has no idea what happened. The last 50 hours were a freaking blank. They could have took organs. Yeah, so that's happened.
That is probably the scariest shit I've heard all day.
Yeah, it's like a true crime.
That is scary.
So that's a lesson. Don't be careful if you're gonna help any strangers, because you don't know their intentions. If they look like they need help, you don't know. You know what I mean? Just be careful. That's the lesson of the story is.
Yeah, that's your lesson of today. Be careful. Thank you, Alex.
Sorry, sorry, that was like a weird story. I don't know.
No, that was great. I hope that we could be haunted.
Do not stop for anything. The other day we were walking through the city and Luke sees a car door open and he's like, "Who left it?" I keep walking. You don't even stop for it.
Dude, literally.
Because little things like that are ways that people will sit there and they will target you. I've seen it. There's a zip tie on your car and you go to cut it off. That's extra time for them to sit there and watch you and watch your behaviors and to make patterns. Because they won't abduct you the first time, but if they're watching you walk out of your job every night at 8 o'clock, they know where you're going to be, where you park. People are smart. Don't stop and don't be alone.
Yeah, you're not wrong, dude. If someone's sitting in a parking lot, they're gonna see, this person parks here and leaves at this time. They're gonna know your schedule. They're weirdos. They got nothing but free time.
Anything to get you to stop somewhere longer.
It's just scary that this shit is still happening to people, and you're just a quick little news article that people talk about. You know what I mean? It's just like, fuck, dude.
It's disgusting to say, but I remember the Gabby Petito situation. It was sensationalized. How many documentaries and news articles and briefings and press releases were there just during those couple of days? How much do you think that hindered the police investigation? As much as everyone was like, "We're helping, we're detectives now."
He was under the house the whole time, right? Or that was a theory.
Yeah, people were saying that he was in the fucking underneath the flower beds. It's just, you need to let the police be the police, and if you want to play detective online, go sign up for Police Academy. Go learn it, become a private investigator, and do it for your job so that you have the actual connections and capabilities to get something done. Because when you're posting about it, that's another 1,000 people who are calling that police department going, "Here's my theory." And that's going to get jumbled up with the one person who's calling and goes, "Hi, I actually saw something." And they're not going to take that call seriously.
It's scary. And it's scary that we've literally seen someone do this in Book of Eli. Are people getting ideas from the movies? You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, that's the greatest idea ever. We'll use a freaking target. You know what I mean? A decoy.
It's real.
And then, that kid just grows up in crime just thinking it's normal. And then they're just the next person doing crime. We can go into a happier topic, though. I have a story of a woman who... she actually lived out the book Hatchet. She was in a plane with a guy piloting the plane. The man had a heart attack or went unconscious, and she had to crash land the plane. She survived. I don't think he survived, but it's basically like the plot of Hatchet, where it's just two people in a plane, and the other person survives the crash.
Was she in the woods?
It was in Maryland. Or in Massachusetts, so it was near an airport. So they were immediately there to help her, and she was able to get help on how to land the plane through traffic control.
That's unbelievable.
But like in the book Hatchet, he's flying over Canada, it's ginormous woods, and then he goes down and is lost in those ginormous woods.
This is little Hatchet.
This guy has his fucking spirit.
I don't know why I'm sitting there hoping it's like a businesswoman. She has like a nail file and a high heel, and she's like in the woods ready to go.
A stapler, like taking out a raccoon.
She's like, I'm supposed to go see Barbie.
Yes.
She's flying to see Barbie in a private plane.
Luke's like really in for Barbie. I've been getting him excited for it. He's watched Legally Blonde. He watched Legally Blonde 2.
Those are good movies.
Like I'm having him watch all of like the iconic girls. We watched Mean Girls the other day. Like
let's get into movie of the week.
Mean Girls is such a good
Can I get into movie of the week?
Yeah, movie of the week. What is it?
Cheaper by the Dozen.
We didn't even watch Cheaper by the Dozen. How is this movie of the week?
Exposed. It was movie because we hate hand-me-downs.
We're so over hand-me-downs.
Yeah, we're so over fucking hammies.
Like I've been so over it.
Just done with
What are you talking about? Like read the
it's
new.
Just the hand-me-downs.
I don't understand what that means.
Hand-me-downs.
Okay,
Like, you know how you have a shirt, like your sister has...
I understand what a hand-me-down is. I don't understand how that makes sense in a movie setting. I understand, like...
Well, Hillary Duff would know.
Re-releases.
Okay? Hillary Duff would know.
So it's a family of 12, so I like
Hillary
thinking
Duff
that
would
they
know.
buy...
Don't bring her into this. Her new show is not what I wanted it to be. As someone who loves Hillary Duff and is... How I Met Your Mother is my favorite sitcom of all time right now. Another just full... exposure.
I'm really in it for Steve Martin.
How I Met Your Father, like a 3 out of 10.
It's bad.
It's not that it's bad, it's just boring. Like they try so hard to be like funny towards millennials and Gen Z that they're like missing the mark of what How I Met Your Mother was.
That's trash. Trash.
Like
Crap.
when I think
Wait, you say 3 out of 10 though?
Yeah, when I think of How I Met Your Mother,
Crap.
I think a group of friends who love each other unconditionally, telling like funny stories in life. And this feels like, let me just talk to you about how I was trying to become a famous photographer. Ha ha ha. And like that's it. It's only about her chasing after guys.
The episodes, they're crap.
I just,
Big crap.
again, like it just saddens me. I love Hillary Duff. I had like 3 of her CDs. Metamorphosis is my
Again.
favorite album.
Okay,
Think about
so-
it. Another, real
Love
quick,
her.
another Disney star who was catapulted into fucking unreal relevancy, dude. Like she's relevant. Why aren't the Cheetah Girls relevant? That's what I want to know. That's what that's what I'm saying. They should be Hillary Duff status, the Cheetah Girls.
Hillary Duff went out for a long time though when she became a mom. No one really cared about her until she dyed her hair blue randomly, and then she was out of the news again.
Well, they're doing that Zoe 101 remake thing too. Okay, but first, so I said,
We're Britney fans.
well, yeah.
We don't know. We like to have Britney on the podcast, so we could really get to know her.
You wouldn't mind.
She's in a bad low place. We probably could get her on the show.
She'd be right there. You wouldn't mind.
We could
that?
probably get her on
I
here.
would not talk to Jamie Lynn Spears.
She'd
no,
be
I
right
would
here,
not.
right here.
Wait,
at
what if we
the
got
table.
both of them on?
Wait,
If we could
listen.
have Britney and Jamie Lynn here,
That'd
I
be
would sit
awesome.
next to Britney Spears and go, "Tell me what you want me to say to this bitch. Tell me what to do,
Holy
Britney."
shit. Holy shit.
Okay.
No.
Britney
The
made
last
all
thing in a
this
Britney
money.
conversation
Her
is
dad
anyone
takes
telling
his money
anyone
from
what to
Britney,
say.
gives it to Jamie Lynn, and then Jamie Lynn has the audacity to write a book and be like, "It wasn't that bad." Yeah, because you took all Britney's money, bitch. And got pregnant at 16 years old. Okay, next, get out of here. No way.
Okay, so I was gonna say the movie of the
It
week.
wasn't that bad.
The movie of the week, right? Okay, so what movies did we watch?
This week, we watched a lot of Black Mirror, which I count those each episode kind
Mini
of as
movies.
a movie.
They're
Yeah.
like mini movies.
They are mini movies, but
We watched.
Dude, I started watching 65.
oh yeah,
Was
that's
it
on
good?
I'm
Netflix.
half an hour in 65.
That's on Netflix. I gotta get into that.
Watching it with my brother, so that's why I didn't get to finish it because we paused.
Mm.
So I'm like, I'm waiting to get back.
Are you watching it in the car?
I'm launching. Or on the drive from lunch
Those
to
are
the
the
job.
best.
He does, it's more for me, you know what I mean? It's just me watching it and
Those are the
him just
best.
driving.
We
Dude, I know. My brother is. I love working.
The
with him.
Whale.
The Whale we watched.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
The Whale. We watched The Whale.
You watched the documentary last
Dude,
night.
you told me the
on
whole fucking thing about.
fucking-
Remember, you told me. I told you to tell me about the
Steve?
whale.
I know.
She's getting it.
Our upstairs neighbor is just like a night owl, okay? I hear her just doing the most random things in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And right now, she's walking. The other day, too, she was vacuuming her house for probably 4 hours.
She's just bored.
Like, tell me she was not using her vacuum for 4 hours the other night. And honestly,
Whatever.
it doesn't bother us that much. It's just like once in a while you gotta be like, girl, are you just getting your steps in? Like, what's going on? You okay?
She's just lonely.
She drops stuff a lot too. Like
you're like, this girl has no hands.
no. Sometimes I'm worried. Okay, she's like in her 30s or 40s, late 30s, early 40s. Like, if she falls down hard in the shower, she could get really injured. She lives alone. So when she falls, I listen. Right? I'm like...
That's fucked up because my mom fell and I had to call 911.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just trying to be neighborly here.
PTSD, dude, as a motherfucker on that one, not gonna lie.
I'm just trying to be neighborly. If something were to happen to her, I would want to know so I could call 911 at the very least.
It's crazy because when something like that happens, you're like, what do I do? What do I do? And obviously, like, the easy answer is call 911. But when someone gets hurt, you don't know what to do. It's like crazy. You know what I mean? You're like, what do I do? What do I do? You're like standing there like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Like, it's...
Be clinical and calculated.
And then my mom was like, call the fucking cop. Call the ambulance. I'm like, like, you know what I mean? I gotta wait for the person to tell me what to... You know what I mean?
True.
Like, it's just like those 3 seconds of you standing there like, oh,
But obviously,
fuck.
if
Like, you don't
she's
just like...
you know, if she's unconscious, you know, you would obviously call.
Well, if I was unconscious, I probably would have took 10 more seconds, be like, my brain just freezing.
Well, no,
like,
I'm just
blue
saying-
screen, like, loading, like, the circles
Oh my
loading.
god.
Do you know
Web
how
browser's
to
loading, just like,
Do you know how to do CPR?
no.
You should. So
Take a
most,
class.
yeah, local like cities
That would be
will
good.
do them for free at like the fire departments.
It'd be good. We could do it as a group.
I was
certified.
certified.
I was gonna say one more quote from Cheaper by the Dozen really quick.
Do it.
Okay.
Hey Dad, you think I can get help with my math homework? Not right now, Mike. It's Mark. It's Mark.
It's the best.
It's Mark.
It's Mark.
FedEx.
Not right now, Mike.
Do you think
Not now, Mike. It's
that's
Mark.
realistic? Like the Duggars, do you think they forget what their kids' names are towards the end?
Oh, yeah, dude. My mom
Well,
will call me
just
my brother's name all the time.
Imagine,
Oh, yeah.
imagine them trying to get a babysitter.
Oh, they just asked their oldest.
Just a couple of
No, they asked
2,
their
4,
oldest
6,
kid to
8,
do
10,
it.
12.
How many you guys? Yeah.
Hillary.
You just asked the older kids
Hillary
to do
Duff.
it, dude.
She's fucking dating Ashton Kutcher. Come on, dude. That
Is it
movie
Ashton Kutcher?
in Cheaper by the Dozen.
Oh, I was
she
gonna
wasn't.
say
No,
some
she.
Sherry
No, she's
Tuna.
not. She's too. No, she's younger.
It's the
than-
older
It's
sister?
the older sister.
Oh, yeah.
How many kids you got? Oh, I got 2.
See, that's what I'm saying. Get them confused.
I got
So
2.
much.
Plus 10.
2 plus 10.
I got 2 kids. Plus 10.
One is so mad all the time. You already know he's there.
He's so mad. He's not even there.
You already know he's there.
He the one from Selena Gomez's new show, Only Murders?
That'd be cool if he has a sequel to his Cheaper.
No, isn't he's Pink Panther, right? He's Steve Martin.
Oh well, yeah, that's Steve Martin is Pink Panther. Yeah, but I thought you were talking about his son. The
No,
oldest.
no. I'm saying Cheaper by the Dozen, the dad is
Yeah,
Steve
Steve
Martin.
Martin.
So he's the one from Only Murders. Okay.
Yeah, him and there was a great movie with him and Queen Latifah called "Bringing Down the House." Just so good,
What's that?
so good.
Are you looking up Only Murders?
I just wanted to see if this guy's still alive.
So
He's
the
in Only Murders in the Building. Have you seen that show?
Is it good?
It's so good. Look it up really quick.
Only Murders?
Look up, Only Murders in the Building.
while he's looking that up, the
Look at the
top
cast.
box office movie of the week was Mission Impossible.
It's about a podcast.
Right behind that, everybody's talking about that big film, Sound of Freedom. But box office movie of the week, it was Mission Impossible.
So yeah, what's going on with this Only Murders in the Building?
Can you show me the cast?
Oh, it's such a good show, dude.
So Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez are like the main three. They all live in a building and they all listen to one podcast and they go on hiatus and a murder happens in the building they live in. So they go, hey, we should make a podcast and try to figure out who committed this murder. It is so comical. In the newest season too, I believe they have some of like the greatest actors of all time in the newest season coming
Dude,
out.
I'd actually
Oh,
watch
it's on Hulu?
Yeah, it's so good.
It's pretty
I
fun.
love when shows get dropped and it's on a platform you have. It's like if something's on Netflix and Hulu, I'm just like, I'm fucking yes. If it's on HBO Max, I'm sad.
So in the newest season, Jesse Williams from Grey's Anatomy is coming. Paul Rudd is in it, and Meryl Streep is joining the cast.
Wow.
So just an even larger star-studded cast. It is a 10 out of 10 show. Selena Gomez is fantastic in it. Like, she holds her ground up to some of the greatest actors of all time.
What was she in again growing up?
Wizards of
Yes,
Waverly
that's right.
Place. Alex Russo.
Yeah, she is an actor at heart.
Yeah, she was in Barney as well with Demi Lovato.
That's crazy. For these, you really got to start as a kid.
That's her in Only Murders. That's funny.
Hotel Transylvania.
Oh, I forgot. She is the voice of Mabel in Hotel Transylvania. And she, amazing. Have you seen Hotel Transylvania?
I don't think so.
That's such a good movie. We'll watch that
You
tonight.
gotta like get them on those. She's on a lot of shit.
Mhm. The Fundamentals of Caring is another really
Dude,
good
like
movie.
look at her list. It says She was on a Hannah Montana.
Yeah, she plays. I forget the name of the girl, but so Hannah Montana is famous, and Miley Stewart is
Dude.
not famous. Hannah Montana's rival. So like she becomes the co-star in the Guy She Likes movie. So she dresses up as her in her costume and like pretends to be like a like a drama queen and stuff. Like it's so funny.
Okay, so Selena Gomez in 2003 started on the Barney Show. Then made an appearance in Spy Kids 3.
Correct.
Game over.
She is the little girl in that
Spy Kids.
She then had a couple movie roles and then obviously started doing Disney stuff when she made an appearance on The Sweet Life on Deck. She was in a lot of shit.
No, she was in the hotel one.
Yeah. She's in Horton Hears a Who. She's in 3 episodes of Hannah. Jonas Brothers, another fucking group from Disney.
They make a comeback right now.
Drew Seeley. Who the fuck is that?
Princess
Sweet Life on
Protection
Deck.
Program. That's such a good movie.
I haven't seen it. Is it
She
good?
was with I think Demi Lovato is the princess, and her like country gets invaded or something like that. So she goes into witness protection program and lives with Selena Gomez and her dad, and just has to become like a regular bitch in high school and go to prom and stuff.
That's amazing. I love shit like that. We should, as a podcast, do like a deep dive on all her stuff.
I love Selena. We can. Her and Miley.
Just like these random movies she's in is just like ridiculous.
I think
The
Selena Gomez makes my top 5 girls. Since you asked me the
Hotel
other day, who's my
Transylvania.
top? Baby. She makes top 5.
Yeah. makes top
She's
5.
in the Taylor Swift Bad Blood music video.
Yes, she is one of Taylor Swift's best friends.
It's crazy.
And she is the CEO of Rare Beauty, which is, as of January of this year, was the top grossing makeup company in the industry. Shouts to Selena.
Yeah, I didn't know how much longer we were gonna go. I know you got work tomorrow, Izzy. It's already 9.
It's 9 o'clock. I'm gonna have to leave.
Yeah, I figured
Dude,
you.
that's crazy. She's in a ton of. She's been busy since 03.
I guess.
And she
for 20
took
years.
a couple years off because she had lupus.
Oh yeah, no, it's Demi Lovato. That was the crack.
I guess before you go, we got through everything in the intro that we needed to, except for
We talked about Shohei.
We did a little bit,
He's getting ready to get traded. Potentially get ready for a big deal. $600 million.
That's a lot of jade.
That's a lot of money.
that's a lot.
$600 million
For a baseball
for
player,
a
too.
trade?
That's what he's gonna get in his contract.
Over how many years?
Like 8.
How much money is that per year?
It's too much.
He just gets hurt his first year.
Yeah. I would like to see like
That'd be horrible.
Logistics of that.
That'd be horrible.
How that works. How someone do they still get paid if they get
That's
hurt?
600 million, right?
Yeah.
100,000
Yeah, that's just.
divided by 8 years. That's $75 million a year.
Sounds about right. That's what Messi probably would get. These freaking people.
My question is,
That
how
is
much does
not
the MLB
realistic.
realistically
That's
make?
not
So
realistic.
he makes that much money because he is international. Like I heard that if you watch an Angels game, the advertisements are all in Japanese because the people tuning into the game are all Japanese people. You know what I mean? They're watching this guy play because he's like their Michael Jordan right now.
That's pretty cool.
He's Japanese. Japan just won the World Baseball Classic.
Yes, they did.
It's like the world. That's like the World Cup of baseball,
Mhm.
and he was the main dude on the team. So now watching him this season, he's been playing lights out. He's gonna win MVP this year. He's the last player to do what he's done is basically Babe Ruth. So they're like he's Babe Ruth 2.0 because
Amazing.
he pitches and hits, and he pitches the best of anyone, and he bats the best of anyone. So he's like the number one hitter and the number one pitcher. So it's like, how does he do it? When most people just focus on one.
Number one pitcher and hitter. I gotta watch clips of this guy. That's
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
insane.
He's crazy.
That's fucking insane. Congrats.
He's really popular overseas. Like,
Congrats. Yeah, I can see it. If that's what he's got a whole country basically behind him.
yeah,
That's amazing.
awesome.
And then he comes to the United States where the pro players are, not saying that they're not over there playing ball, but this is the big screen,
More money, yeah.
I guess just before we I guess before we go, right? Maybe.
Yeah, we can go. That was a good episode.
My the song of the week was Bishop Gunn.
Sure is.
Shine. We can't. Hey, no copyright, but hey, we got a couple seconds here, right? We're gonna get a couple seconds of it. We don't want any copyright. You know what I mean? We don't want none of that shit.
Make sure it's a good one.
All right, you know what I'm saying. We just got a little bit in there.
Be careful out there.
But the shower song, a little transformation there from that song, but hey, it was Kid Cudi, "My Drug," from his Intergalactic album.
Slept on album.
Got nominated.
Very slept on album.
It got nominated.
By the fans.
His movie got nominated
It's
for an
crazy.
Emmy.
We should have talked about the writer's strike and the actor's strike now that just happened.
I don't know much about that other than just sounds like a bunch of bullshit.
Did we
Are
ever
you
talk about Jonah
kidding?
Hill?
No, actually, no. Now we're gonna do some educating real quick.
See, questions and lessons.
You've watched Orange Is the New Black, right?
No.
Have you watched Orange is the New Black?
I've seen a couple episodes with my mom, but I'm not a start to finish person. I know the gist.
So there's a girl who was in 40 of the 97 episodes.
Okay.
As one of the main characters.
It sounds like you need to watch the show.
No, that's not the point.
Oh.
So she gets residuals from Netflix's first ever series that Netflix ever made. Correct. That also had some of the biggest viewership ever and is talked about so highly. I'm sure everyone remembers everyone talking about this show when it first came out.
Yeah.
Her residuals for all 40 of her episodes per month, $25. She was one of the main characters, and she gets $25. Do you know how much Netflix made off of that? Off of their merch? Off of that views? Off of the advertisement? Off of everything? Off of people coming to that streaming platform just for Orange is the New Black?
How did she...
Billions.
How did she accept this role?
Because at the time, streaming wasn't that big. So the whole point of the strike is them saying, hey, we want more residuals. We want a higher percentage, considering the fact that people are watching these movies and things, not in theaters, not in television, but on these streaming platforms. So all these actors are asking for is residuals. The same thing that Scarlett Johansson was asking for with Black Widow was for residuals. And that's why she negotiated her contract, was because she got screwed over.
And wait, she got screwed over and then continued to
Because-
get screwed over, or
so
did
no,
she fix it?
So she won the lawsuit because Disney promised that this movie would only come out in theaters and she would get a certain percentage of residuals. They released it on Disney Plus the same day, so many people watched it on Disney Plus instead. So Scarlett Johansson made no money off of it because she did not get any negotiation or deals for
She
Disney
didn't even
Plus.
make a dime off the movie?
No, she made a very low percentage. If you could watch Black Widow,
Yeah, she just made what she signed the contract.
She didn't
on,
make
but
her
she
fair
didn't make
cut.
she didn't make the revenue.
She got
plus
paid, but she didn't get paid. You know,
with the cells.
If there was, if
She
Black
got a piece
Widow,
of the pie, but they're having boxes and boxes of pizza. She just got us one singular slice.
That's just
yeah,
shit.
but they promised her 100 pies.
At least it was seasoned, right? Like there was good stuff. Like you
No,
know,
that's
It was good.
no,
It was
she
good.
no, she asked
You ate
what
it quick.
she got. You know,
You
she's
you're
can I
hungry
get pineapples on
You're
it?
still
You know,
hungry.
and they
You're
still
still
gave
hungry.
her the pineapples. But yeah, they're
still
celebrating
hungry.
with 100 pies in the back.
For the people, yeah.
I get it. That's okay.
The
Yeah.
people who
So what's the-
own the corporations, their whole plan right now is just to allow the writers and the actors to just go homeless, to go hungry before they even start negotiations, because they'll have more leverage. As well as the actors union in their contract most recently said, hey, well, if we can AI scan you and have your likeness and your picture and your movement and your everything for the rest of forever, we'll pay you once. But we own that forever and we can do whatever we want to your body and your picture from here on out. Because we have the technology to do so. Like, it's really fucked, actually.
Well, yeah, that's your problem if you sign the deal. Honestly, right?
Well, if they're only offering this to people, then how are they gonna make their movies? They're not. That's why they're
gonna
striking.
They're gonna have to be their own director.
But it's not about directing. If every actor is saying we are not gonna act, and every writer is saying we are not gonna write scripts for you, how are you gonna make a movie?
Well,
It's crazy that every actor and every writer are on the same page, and it seems like, okay, Hollywood, you need to change, but they're like, oh, we're not going to. It's like,
Yeah.
it seems
and
like it's
with
pretty obvious the
unions, you
move that needs to
can't
be made.
cross those
but
picket
obvious,
lines, baby.
you know.
Same with like the.
so like you're telling me that we're not gonna see a movie releasing anytime soon.
No.
Not anything good.
We're gonna have the movies that are already intended to come out for the rest of this year probably come out, correct? But
So-
any movies that are supposed to come out in 2024, 2025, 2026 are gonna be pushed back a couple years or canceled. Like Stranger Things, for example, that was supposed to come out in 2025 is being pushed to 2026. Wednesday season 2 has no confirmation, is more than likely being canceled.
Man, there's probably gonna be like a lot of like consequences towards that. Not even like I'm not even talking about the directors and the writers. You know, now you got people outside. Not watching the TV. They're outside kicking rocks.
But Netflix is making
You know what I'm
billions
saying?
of dollars off of these people.
Mm-hmm.
They deserve to be paid more.
Well, I know, but like now, don't have movies released and don't have that hobby go away. Now someone's gonna be doing something else.
Well, yeah, but then think about it this way as well. UPS is striking majorly right now. You're seeing other corporations strike and other industries strike. You're seeing a huge disparity for the first time ever in centuries between the poorest people in this country and the wealthiest people of this country. It's not surprising that you're seeing strikes in multiple industries.
Well, I guess a little off topic, and I'm not like trying to bash him or anything, but that this doesn't really reflect good on Joe Biden.
Okay. That's hard to say, considering a majority of economic policies have been passed under the Trump-Pence administration, and it usually takes a majority or a accumulation of years to see wealth and economic disparity happen. It doesn't happen over 3 years of presidency. It happens over 7 to 10 years of policy. And that's just being honest. The same way I truly believe we had such a good presidency financially during the Trump administration, not because of the laws Trump passed, but because of the things that Obama and Biden did financially and economically over their 8 years.
Yeah, that's politics.
Yeah.
But obviously everyone has different views, and I could be wrong, or I don't know what policies are being placed, but I am pro-union and I would never cross a street, like a picket line.
No, you wouldn't. I don't think any of us would. Yeah, so
Unions are good to a point. They can get bad. But I don't think the Hollywood union is bad, obviously. No, that's a good one. There's some, like, worker unions that are, like, you see those people on the side of the road, like, those rats. Like, no, we're not working. Like, those are weird unions. I don't know.
I mean, those are usually, like, mechanical or truckers unions and stuff that, like, get real weird about it.
Yeah, like, they take it weird too far.
I mean,
But
I like the
do agree with
Starbucks, like,
Yeah.
protesters. They're just standing outside Starbucks with their little signs chanting exactly what they want.
You can sniff out the bullshit, I feel like, real quick in terms of what's like, okay, dude, you're dumb. Versus the Hollywood strike, like, oh my god, yeah, this is crazy. The wealth disparity of money that's being passed around is millions to hundreds, you know?
I don't know. I don't know what it's like to work somewhere, and I don't know what they're protesting about, so I just try not to cross. I'm a person of the people.
You're willing to die on that Jonah Hill. Did we talk about Jonah Hill? Did we? Did you hear about him or no? It'd be a good topic for the relationship show. But it came out that he was really controlling, and she doxed all the texts. You didn't see any of it? Did you see it, Izzy?
I saw it. I'm gonna reread it real quick so I can reformulate my opinion.
Because it was so bad. It's not good for Jonah.
Missionary?
It's crazy. That was one of our very first videos with
Like,
Jonah.
I
You should read it, Luke.
have such a weird opinion, and it's not misogynistic, but it might be a little harsh. Boundaries, for one, can only be placed on yourself to others, not on others to yourself, for one. And I believe Jonah Hill was trying to maybe begin to grasp the idea of boundaries from a social media standpoint, but not from a therapy standpoint. What he was doing is sitting there and trying to control a person who he found via scrolling up on a bikini photo and telling her you can no longer take bikini photos, essentially. Mm-hmm. And I think it's okay if you're in a relationship with someone for 5 years, 10 years, and you're going to marry them and you go, hey, I think now that we're getting married, maybe our social media presences should change a little bit, because I think for my career, or even for your career, I think it could be better if we put a more family-oriented output. And if you brought it as a conversation like that in a healthy way, absolutely. But to be dating this girl for 9 months, a year, and to go, hey, yeah, you can't talk to any men, you can't have any friends that are men, you can't take photos in your bikinis, you can't take hot photos, ass photos, can't do this, you can't do that, or you can't be with me, is really, really controlling and a red flag. And I understand why she left. And I understand if you see him going with the next girl, we're so humble and wholesome, or I'm so good to her, and you know the reality of the situation, if you see her media presence change like that, and you just want to call a snake, I get being scorned, but at the same time, girl, you just got out of that relationship. The exes are exes. Just because he's famous doesn't mean you should capitalize on the situation and air your dirty laundry.
True. Dryer.
Mm-hmm.
But it definitely brought up a lot of good talking points for, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could talk about the situation. We could do 3 episodes, relationship episodes on boundaries, what is not acceptable, what's pushing the line, is there a line, how do you establish a line? You know what I mean? Like, there's so much you can really.
Like boundaries.
I think revenge,
you know what I mean? There's
well
so
is
much,
a huge part of
revenge.
this story.
There's so many topics for couples. You know, that's why I wanted Magdalena here, so we could really, couple on couple.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like this story.
I'll tell her next week.
I don't like this story.
The Jonah Hill it's a weird story because it's.
He disgusts me the way he treated her, but at the same time, when you are taking a private relationship and someone you loved for a period of time and trying to hurt them just for the reason to hurt them and to gain financial or clout or whatever she has to gain from it isn't cool with me. I know people are celebrities, but at the end of the day, I try to look at everyone as if it was a normal person, my neighbor, doing this, and that wouldn't be cool with me. That's like revenge porn level to me. I know I can hurt you, your career, your reputation by doing this. I'm gonna do it anyway. Like, it's icky. The whole thing's icky.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the Jonah Hill we're going to die on. It's my favorite joke. It was the Jonah Hill joke.
Alright. Hey, thank you for tuning in, guys. And we'll see you for next week. We might have a new guest. It might get uncomfortable. It might get comfortable during the podcast. And who knows? We're going to bring it to you.
And maybe on a secondary podcast focused on relationship.
Yeah, but would it come out until like September though? Because I want to be uber prepared to have multiple episodes ready to go.
I like that.
That's motivation.
Yeah, you could be in charge of. You could be the Freddy.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
I'm like technologically savvy. I'm just organized and scared.
You could be the Carly.
I I'm anxious, okay? I want to be prepared.
QNL out.
You could be Sam.